Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the National Timely Action Hour. I hope you're doing well today. My name is Aidan, and today we are going to be doing an unboxing and review of the Hasbro Star Wars The Black Series Darth Vader. Now, this is Darth Vader as he appeared in the very first Star Wars film, later renamed Episode 4, A New Hope, and he is number 43 in this line. This is the original packaging and run, and we have a nice read up here. And attention, this is not for children under the age of 4 years, so parents, please be cautious because of the small parts. Your child could possibly choke on those. And here we have some legal information and barcode and all that. And the read-up says, once a heroic Jedi Knight, Darth Vader was seduced by the dark side of the Force, became a Sith Lord, and led the Empire's eradication of the Jedi Order. He remained in service of the Emperor for decades, enforcing his master's will and seeking to crush the fledgling Rebel Alliance. And this is also in French, Spanish, and Portuguese. And you can go to www.starwars.com for information on the characters and all that. And once again, this is produced by Hasbro. Originally copyright 2016, when this the second year that this line came out, because it initially came out in 2015 as a promotional piece for Episode 7, The Force Awakens. Now, let's open up this package, but before we do that, I'd like to say that I've said this before, but I really like how the Black Series packaging looks. It's simple, yet elegant at the same time, and here we have a bubble with the figure and his accessories. From what I can tell, he only comes with his lightsaber, but that's really the only accessory that he has. I mean, maybe there are some extra hands that I'm not seeing, but I don't really think he needs it. But yeah, let's open up Darth Vader and see what he looks like up close and personal. So here he is out of the box, and just like I had suspected, he only came with one accessory, that being his lightsaber. And right out of the box, I really like how this figure has come up together. And we have this beautiful black fabric cape and tunic. And here we have his life support system, and here is the mask and the suit overall. So for articulation, his legs kick out quite far forward, and they can do the splits. And he has a double jointed knee, and he can point his toes forward and upwards. There is an ankle rock, and he can use that to move his ankle around. And there is a thigh cut, so you can spin that. His arms can go out, and there's a joint at the wrist. Move it up and down, spin it around, bicep, and yeah. Move it around, move the head, up, down, around. You cannot take the mask off, so it's hard to tell which actor they put under here if they did. So I don't know if it's David Prowse, or if it's Sebastian Shaw, or if it's Hayden Christensen. I have no clue, but I really like the sculpting that they did on the life support system here. It looks exactly how it did in the films, and like I said, this is based off of his appearance in the first film, but it's not too different than how he is portrayed in the subsequent films and all of the prequels and sequels and all that chicanery. But yeah, let's pull out his lightsaber. kept that in a little plastic there, but you can take the blade out so it's just the hilt and put the blade back in. Please excuse me. There we go. An elegant weapon for a more civilized age. Not as clumsy or as random as a blaster. But, okay, yeah, it looks like there was a specific way to put it back in. But his right hand is specifically sculpted to hold the weapon. And just like the Chewbacca figure I got with his crossbow blaster, it's going to be difficult to put it back in his hand. As I suspected, just like Chewie, it took me a minute or two to put his weapon in his hand, but once we get the final result, I'm very, very pleased. This looks badass as they come. Now, let's just put this here. Let's just admire that for a moment. I really like how long and flowing his cape is. The material that they used on this was top-notch, and I am very, very happy with how it turned out. So once again, let's take a close look at this. And oh yes, I almost forgot. There's a hook on his belt here. Let me bring it up so you can. There's this little hook on the lightsaber. You can hook it on there. Let me take this blade out of his hand and take the actual blade out of the hilt. But there he is, standing stoically with his sword sheathed and on his belt. I am just in awe at the amazing quality that these figures have, and I really cannot recommend this enough to fans of the Star Wars films and books and television shows. And if you're looking to get into Star Wars, then buying some of these action figures is a good investment. I almost forgot he can also slightly move his abdomen, but it's hindered by his large belt and the tunic draping over the armor. But like in the films, you don't need that much articulation and movement for Vader. You just need him to move forward and hack at his enemies with his sword. And yeah, let's take a closer look at him draped in shadows here. Nice. But yeah, that is Darth Vader. Now let's pull out some other figures to get a comparison. So Dad, I know you're watching this, and I know that this is your favorite part of the video, so let's do a size comparison. Here we have Darth Vader standing next to his friend Grand Moff Tarkin, and he's much taller than him. Peter Cushing, the actor who played Tarkin, I don't know exactly how tall he was. I think he was around 5 feet 10 inches. But David Prowse, who played Darth Vader, was 6 feet 7 inches tall. So he towered above almost everyone on set, except for Peter Mayhew, who played Chewbacca. Speaking of which, here is the Wookiee himself, standing way above Vader. And here we have him altering the deal. Let's pray he doesn't alter it any further. Next to Lando Calrissian, again, so much taller, but they both have wonderful wonderful capes. Here he is standing next to C-3PO. Little does 3PO know that the man behind the mask is the one who created him. And speaking of people he created, here he is standing next to his son, Luke Skywalker. I'm really upset that this version of Luke that I have did not come with his lightsaber, but I do want to get a couple other variations of some of these characters. Like, I want to get Luke from The Empire Strikes Back, so he has his blue lightsaber, and then from Return of the Jedi, so he has his green one. And here we have Vader standing next to his daughter, Princess Leia. And there we go. Yeah, those are my Black Series figures standing next to Darth Vader. And since he's armored, let's have him standing next to Iron Man Model 1. Iron Man is taller, which I'm not too sure how I feel about, but here he is next to armored Spider-Man from Spider-Man the Animated Series, and he is taller than Spidey, which is very, very fitting, because canonically Spider-Man is about 5'9" or 5'10", and since he's wearing all black, let's have him standing next to the Superman Return of Superman, and Superman is taller than him, which I like, but canonically does not compute because Superman is 6'3". But here he is next to Black Cat from Spider-Man the Animated Series, and once again taller than her, which is perfectly fine. And that is it for the size comparison. And you can check out my reviews of those other figures. And yeah, so one last look at Vader. Alright, thank you so much for watching this video on the National Timely Action Hour YouTube channel. My name is Aiden. Thank you so much for watching. I sincerely hope that you have a wonderful day and you stay classy. Have a great day. Bye.